Hello everyone, welcome back to Body Plan Entertainment. My name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Today, we are going to be talking about Fight Club. Now, the first rule of Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. I forget the third rule. But, we're going to break the first two rules of Fight Club because I have to do this review. So, okay. Fight Club was released in 1999 and it stars Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, and Helena Bonham Carter. It was directed by David Fincher and is produced by Arnon Milchan. And this movie tells the story of Edward Norton. He has an office job and he doesn't feel fulfilled in his life. He is just sort of in a rut. He just works at 9 to 5. He's not chasing his dreams. And he also has has insomnia, and I believe he has depression problems, and he finds fulfillment in going to these support groups for things that he doesn't even have, for issues he doesn't have. He goes to a testicular cancer group, tuberculosis support groups. He goes to all these support groups and he finds fulfillment in that. And then this girl who's played by Helena Bonham Carter. Sorry, that's 3 words. I can't remember that. Except for Philip Seymour Hoffman. I can always remember that. By the way, it's raining outside, so if you can hear that, I apologize. She starts doing it too. And he's like, okay, well, I can't feel fulfilled if there's another faker here. And so they talk and they're like, okay, I'll go to these support groups. You go to these support groups. And they're like, okay. So they go their separate ways. He gets on an airplane and he meets Brad Pitt. And his name is Tyler Durden. And he's a soap maker. And he, after Edward Norton comes home one night, he finds out his apartment blew up. And so he calls Brad Pitt on the phone, and he meets him at a bar and he tells him his issue. And then Brad Pitt ends up inviting him into his home to live with him. And they become friends. And they accidentally start a fight club when they have a fight outside of this bar, but they fight on purpose because hitting each other makes them feel more alive. And people see this and they start doing it and they start this fight club. And it becomes a therapeutic thing for men around this town to go to this fight club and punch the crap out of each other and then afterward they'll just hug it out and they feel better. It's therapy for them. I have only seen this movie one time. And I told y'all that I don't like to review old movies, not movies that came out, this year, but older movies. I like to see them more than once so that I can, because usually my opinion on a film would change upon further viewing. But this is one of those movies that I feel like I never really want to watch again. After one viewing, I feel fulfilled. I might watch this again one day, but I don't plan on watching Fight Club again for years. And if I figure, well, if I'm going to do a video on it, I got to do it now. So Fight Club has excellent cinematography. Excellent cinematography. The editing in this movie is great. There's no flaw in it. It's downright hilarious. I watched this with a couple of my buddies last night, and we were busting a gut throughout the movie. It's a very funny movie. I don't understand why this isn't listed as a comedy on IMDb. It's a really, really funny movie. The narration is great. Edward Norton's character doesn't actually have a name. He's just known as the narrator. And he narrates throughout the whole movie and has some of the best narration in cinema history. There's a really good twist at the end of this movie. And one of the things I love about this twist is that, first of all, you wouldn't have guessed it. It's totally unpredictable. The other thing is that when you think back on it, it makes sense. Because sometimes when a twist comes at the end of the movie, suddenly the rest of the movie makes absolutely no sense anymore. But this one, when you think about it, they drop the ever so slight, I apologize, somebody's opened the garage door, but they drop the ever so slightest hints to this twist throughout the movie. And then when this twist comes, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's a good twist. This movie was kind of a bomb when it first came out. Critics hated this movie, and I think David Fincher even got in a little bit of trouble with his studio for this movie. But now it's known as one of the greatest movies ever made, so this became like a real cult classic. The performances in it are stellar. Great performances in this movie. The script is very clever. it's a very non-predictable movie. I challenge you, if you've never seen this movie, to watch this movie and predict what the next scene is going to be. Regardless of what point in the film you are, I dare you to predict what the next scene is going to be. You can't. It's a totally unpredictable film. And Edward Norton's character is very relatable, you know? Like I said, he's a guy who just works that 9-to-5 office job. It's not really what he wants to do. He doesn't chase his dreams. He just sort of settled. And Brad Pitt is trying to teach his character to be free, you know? And go wild, you know, and be happy. Live your life. Like, and so, in this sense, you like Brad Pitt's character and you can relate to Edward Norton's character. It's a really weird movie and it's actually kind of gross too. But that's the part of the charm of the film. I am going to give Fight Club an 80. Now, after saying all of that, you're probably wondering, Chris, why would you only give it an 80? I didn't love it. I don't love it. I think it's really good. But I don't think it's one of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion. I really liked it. It's just that these weird movies, these movies that are purposely weird, I have a hard time getting behind them. And for a movie that's kind of artsy and weird, the way that this one is, to win me over as much as it did, that says something about this movie. So if you see it, you'll probably really, really like it. I did really like it, but I don't love it, but I do like Fight Club. I think it's pretty great. Will I ever watch it again? Probably, but not for like years to come. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Potted Plant Entertainment for more and hit the like button. Leave movie suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Potted Plant Entertainment for channel updates. Now, I know I said my next review is going to be Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. That will be next. I just wanted to make this video. Thank you. Much love.